My child, lean your head against my heart and listen to the rhythm of a love that never fails. You have been walking through a season where the air feels heavy with unspoken things, and I have watched as you navigated the currents of human hearts with a sincerity that I cherish. It is because of that very sincerity that I must speak to you plainly today. You see the surface of things, the polite greetings, the shared meals, the nodding heads, but I see the depths. I see the heart when it is alone with its thoughts, and I hear the echoes of intentions that have not yet reached the air. There is someone in your life, perhaps more than one, whose face is a masterpiece of kindness, yet whose spirit is restless with a hidden agenda. They stand before you with a smile that seems to radiate warmth, but behind that facade, they are laying stones to trip your path. Do not let this revelation trouble your peace, for I am the God of all truth, and I bring these things to light because I am your protector. Think of the garden I have placed you in. You tend to it with care, sowing seeds of kindness and watering them with your own tears and sweat. But there are those who come by night, not to help you harvest, but to sow tares among your wheat. They speak soft words to your face, telling you exactly what your ears long to hear, but the moment you turn your back, their language changes. Their tone shifts from admiration to scrutiny, from support to sabotage. They seek to understand your weaknesses not to help you strengthen them, but to exploit them when the timing is right. My beloved, you must understand that not everyone who enters your life is sent by me to build you up. Some are allowed in to test your discernment, to sharpen your spiritual senses, and to teach you that your ultimate security can only be found in me. They smile when you are watching because they crave the light you carry, but they plot when you are not because they cannot possess that light themselves. Envy is a silent poison, and it often wears the cloak of a friend. I have seen the secret meetings, the hushed conversations where your name is tossed about like a garment they wish to tear. I have heard the plans they have made to hinder the progress I have ordained for you. But remember this, I am the great architect, and no plan of man can override the blueprint I have drawn for your life. They may dig a pit, but they shall fall into it themselves. They may weave a net, but their own feet will be caught in its mesh. I am revealing this to you now because the time for blind trust has passed. I am calling you to a higher level of awareness. I want you to look not at the lips that speak, but at the fruits of their actions over time. Does their presence leave you drained or filled? Does their counsel lead you toward my peace or toward confusion? I am your Father, and I will not sit idly by while the enemy uses the faces of those you care for to strike at your spirit. I am lifting the scales from your eyes so that you can see the shadows lurking behind the grins. This is not a call to hatred, but a call to wisdom. You can love them from a distance, but you must guard the gates of your heart with the vigilance of a soldier. The path ahead of you is too important to be compromised by those who wish to see you falter. Stay close to me, for in my presence, no deception can survive. I will show you the truth of every heart, and I will guide your steps away from the snares that have been laid for you. We are entering a season where the hidden will be made manifest, and I want you to stand ready, anchored in the knowledge that I am your shield, your glory, and the lifter of your head. Even now, as they whisper in the dark, I am preparing a table for you in the very presence of those enemies, and I am anointing your head with oil until your cup overflows. Let their plots be the backdrop for my power to be displayed in your life. Do not fear the revelation of their hearts, for the truth is the key that unlocks the door to your next level of freedom. The revelation I am granting you is not meant to cause you fear, but to offer you the clarity required for your elevation. You have felt the sting of intuition, that subtle nudge in your spirit that tells you something is not quite right, even when the words spoken to you are sweet as honey. Do not dismiss these promptings, for they are the whispers of my spirit guiding you through the shadows. My child, you have often wondered why those you have helped the most are sometimes the ones who turn their hearts against you. You have questioned your own discernment, asking if you are being too cynical or too guarded. But I tell you now, it is not cynicism. It is the gift of sight. I am opening your eyes to see the discrepancy between the mask and the man, between the greeting and the intent. While they calculate their next move in the quiet corners of their minds, I am already calculating your victory. Their whispers are merely echoes in the hollow of their own uncertainty, but my word over your life is a solid rock that cannot be shaken. Your heart is a sacred garden, and I am the gardener who watches over it with unceasing devotion. I see the weeds masquerading as flowers, and I am beginning a work of uprooting that will leave your soul refreshed and clear. Do not grieve the loss of those I am removing from your inner circle. Their departure is not a sign of your failure, but a sign of my protection. I am pruning the branches of your life so that you can bear fruit that will last. Understand that their plotting is limited by their human perspective, but my plans for you are anchored in eternity. They may dig a pit, but they will be the ones to stumble into it. They may weave a net, but their own feet will be caught in its mesh. I am your rear guard and your forward scout. I go before you to level the mountains of malice, and I stand behind you to shield you from the arrows of betrayal. Hear my prophetic declaration over your life this day. I decree that every trap set in secret shall become a stepping stone to your greatest success. I declare that the tongues that wag against you in the dark shall be silenced by the undeniable weight of my glory manifesting in your light. I am turning the tables of deception. Where there was a plot to bring you low, I am using that very energy to propel you into a position of influence they never imagined. You will not have to fight this battle with your own hands or with words of defense. Your silence in the face of their noise will be your greatest weapon, for it signals your total trust in me. I am bringing you into a company of the faithful, a tribe of those whose hearts are pure, and whose loyalty is not a performance. I am replacing the counterfeit with the genuine, the hollow with the substantial. Do not let your spirit be poisoned by the bitterness of their double-mindedness. Maintain your integrity, keep your hands clean, and let your heart remain soft toward me even as it becomes firm against the influence of the deceiver. Your kindness is not a weakness. It is a reflection of my nature within you. However, wisdom dictates that you no longer give the pearls of your intimacy to those who only wish to trample them. I am teaching you the holy art of boundaries. I am showing you how to be as wise as a serpent and as harmless as a dove. This season of exposure is a gift of grace. It is the fire that refines the gold, separating the dross from the precious metal of your character. You are being prepared for a weight of glory that requires a foundation of absolute truth. Therefore, rejoice when the hidden is revealed. Do not weep over the exposure of a lie, for the truth is the only atmosphere in which you can truly breathe and grow. I am with you in the quiet moments of realization, holding your hand as you navigate the changing landscape of your relationships. I am your constant friend, the one who sticks closer than a brother, the one in whom there is no shadow of turning. Rest in the assurance that no weapon formed against you, whether it be a whispered word, a secret plot, or a smiling betrayal, shall prosper. You are hidden in the hollow of my hand, and the enemy must ask my permission before they can even look your way. Stand tall, my beloved. The table is being set, the oil is being poured, and the victory is already signed in my name. Your future is not determined by the opinions of those who smile while they scheme, but by the love of the one who died, so that you might live in total triumph. Look deeper into the spiritual horizon, my beloved, for what you perceive as a season of betrayal is actually a season of divine extraction. I am pulling you away from the tables where your name is discussed with malice, and placing you at a banquet where your soul can finally find rest. Do not let your heart be troubled by the duality of those who offer a handshake while hiding a stone. I saw the whispers in the dark before they were ever conceived in the heart of the schemer. I watched as they rehearsed their lines of flattery, and I smiled because I knew that their every move was only serving to push you closer to my heart. You have felt the sting of realization, the cold chill that comes when the mask falls, and you see the true face of one you trusted. But I tell you, that chill is not the wind of abandonment. It is the refreshing breeze of my spirit clearing the atmosphere of deception. I am the great revealer, and I love you too much to allow you to build your future on a foundation of falsehood. Every person who has smiled at you while holding a secret agenda is being moved out of your inner circle by my sovereign hand. Do not try to hold on to them. Do not try to convince them to love you or to be loyal. Their departure is your deliverance. I am sharpening your discernment in this hour, teaching you to hear not just the words of men, but the frequency of their spirits. You will no longer be deceived by the outward appearance, for I am anointing your eyes with the salve of truth. I declare over you right now that the very plots designed to bring you low will be the scaffolding I use to lift you high. Just as the pit became the path to the palace for Joseph, the betrayals you face today are the bridge to your promotion tomorrow. I am turning the tables. Where they expected to find you broken, they will find you bolstered. Where they expected to find you weeping, they will find you worshiping. I am your shield and the lifter of your head. Feel my presence wrapping around you like a warm mantle, shielding you from the arrows that fly by day and the conspiracies that brew by night. You are not alone in this battle. In fact, the battle is not even yours. It is mine. Your role is to remain in the posture of peace. When they come to you with their deceptive smiles, do not meet them with bitterness, but with the quiet confidence of one who knows the end of the story. I am writing your chapters, and the ink I use is my own blood, which speaks better things than the accusations of the enemy. I have seen your sleepless nights, the moments you replayed conversations in your head, wondering where you went wrong. Hear me now. You did not go wrong by being kind. You did not go wrong by being honest. Their deception is a reflection of their own brokenness, not a verdict on your worth. I am healing the wounds left by the Judas kiss. I am pouring the oil of joy into the places where the sting of betrayal burned. Look up, for your redemption is drawing near. I am releasing a fresh anointing upon you, a double portion of grace to replace the sorrow of the past season. The people I am bringing into your life now will be those who carry my heart, who speak truth in love, and who will stand with you in the fire. I am building a fortress of loyalty around you. Every tear you have shed over a broken trust has been gathered in my bottle, and I am turning those tears into a river of life that will nourish the garden of your destiny. Prophetic doors are opening even now, doors that no man can shut, regardless of how many schemes they devise. I have set a hedge of protection around your household, your finances, and your reputation. The tongues that rise against you in judgment I shall condemn. The hands that plot against you in secret I shall bind. You are the apple of my eye, and whoever touches you touches the very center of my vision. Rest, my child. Lay down the heavy burden of trying to defend yourself. I am your advocate. I am your vindicator. I am your father, and I have never lost a case. The victory is not coming. It is already here, resting in the palm of my hand, waiting for you to claim it with a shout of praise. Walk forward in boldness, for the path ahead is paved with the gold of my faithfulness and the silver of my redemption. You are more than a conqueror through him who loves you, and nothing, not even the most elaborate scheme, can separate you from my love or my purpose for your life. I am even now setting a guard over your future, assigning angels to block the paths of those who mean you harm. You will see them stumble in the very pits they dug for you, not because you seek revenge, but because my justice is perfect, and my timing is impeccable. Be still and know that I am God, the one who sees the end from the beginning, and who has already ensured that you come out of this fire without even the smell of smoke upon your garments. My love for you is a constant flame that no amount of human betrayal can extinguish. I am breathing new life into your dreams, and I am restoring the years that the locusts of deception have eaten. This is your time to arise and shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. The smiles of the world may fade, but my smile upon you is eternal, a beacon of hope that will guide you into the fullness of your inheritance. Trust me with your whole heart, for I am making all things new, and the beauty that will emerge from these ashes will astound both you and those who doubted your strength. You are my masterpiece, and I am finishing the work I began in you with a flourish of grace and a symphony of triumph. Do not fear the shadows that dance upon the walls of your life, for I am the light that casts them out and reveals the absolute truth. Even now, as you navigate the narrow paths where double-tongued voices echo and false smiles attempt to mask the cold intentions of the human heart, remember that my rod and my staff are your constant comfort. I am standing guard over your reputation, your peace, and your ultimate destiny with a jealousy that only a father can possess. While they weave intricate webs of confusion and doubt in the dark, I am weaving a magnificent tapestry of favor that will cover you in the sight of all men. I tell you truly, the plans formed in the secret chambers of the enemy are being dismantled even now in the brilliant light of my presence. I am your shield, your fortress, and your great reward. Nothing that is hidden will remain concealed from my piercing gaze, for I see into the very depths of the human soul. My eyes run to and fro throughout the whole earth, looking to show myself strong on behalf of those whose hearts are loyal and pure toward me. You are that person, my beloved child. Your unwavering loyalty to me, even in the face of stinging betrayal and the cold wind of deception, has moved my heart deeply. I am now releasing a divine recompense that far outweighs the temporary discomfort and the fleeting pain of their deceit. I declare over you today that every word spoken in malice against your character will fall to the ground like withered leaves in autumn, and every strategy of the adversary will be supernaturally converted into a stepping stone for your divine advancement. I am making you unshakable and unmovable in your faith. I am tempering your spirit in the purifying fires of my infinite love, so that you may emerge as gold refined 7 times over. See, I have set before you an open door which no man, no power, and no spirit can shut. No human hand can block the celestial flow of my blessings into your life, and no false smile, however convincing, can ever dim the radiance of my glory that I have deposited within you. You are entering a sacred season where the fruit of your labor will be extraordinarily sweet, and the harvest of your endurance will be beyond measure. I am restoring your joy, not as the world gives with its conditional and fleeting emotions, but as I give, a deep, unyielding joy that serves as your supernatural strength. Look up, my child, for your redemption and your vindication draw near with the rising of the sun. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am breaking through the barriers of lies and manipulation that others have tried to build around your calling. I am your vindicator, the righteous judge who pleads your cause when you cannot find the words to speak. I am the architect of your soul, and I see the scaffolding that the world tries to tear down. I see the clandestine maneuvers of those who whisper behind closed doors, thinking their words are hidden from my hearing. But I tell you, every word spoken in secret is heard in the courts of heaven, and I am the righteous judge who weighs the intentions of every heart. Do not let the double-mindedness of others cause you to waver in your own identity. You are defined by my word, not by their opinion. You are defined by my love, not by their betrayal. I am establishing you on a rock that is higher than any storm, and though the winds of deceit may blow and the floods of false accusations may rise, you shall not be moved. I am building within you a resilience that is born of the Spirit, a strength that does not rely on human approval. I am teaching you to discern the spirits, to see past the mask of the smile to the truth of the heart, yet I am also teaching you to love with my heart, which remains untainted by bitterness. For bitterness is a cage, but forgiveness is the key to your own freedom. Leave the judgment to me, for I am the only one who can see the whole picture. I am the one who turns the tables of the money changers and clears the path for the pure of heart. Your path is being cleared even now. I am removing the stumbling blocks that others have placed in your way. I am smoothing the rugged places and making the crooked paths straight. You will look back on this time and see it not as a season of loss, but as a season of liberation. I am liberating you from toxic connections that would have stifled your growth. I am liberating you from the need for validation from those who are not for you. I am bringing you into a company of the faithful, a community of those who will sharpen you and love you with a sincerity that reflects my own. This is the new beginning I promised. It is a beginning marked by clarity, by truth, and by an outpouring of my Spirit that will leave you breathless with gratitude. Your future is not shaped by the hands of those who plot against you. It is shaped by my hands, which are even now molding your circumstances for your ultimate good. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end of your story, and I have written a conclusion of victory. There is no plot so cunning that it can circumvent my plan. There is no smile so false that it can hide the truth from my light. You are my chosen one, my beloved, and I am covering you with the shadow of my wing. Walk in peace. Walk in power. Walk in the certainty that I am with you and that no one can stand against you when I am on your side. The victory is already yours, for it was won long ago, and you are simply walking into the manifestation of that triumph. Be bold, be courageous, and know that I am God. My child, as you lean into the warmth of my presence, I want you to understand that the shifting you feel around you is not a sign of instability, but a sign of my hand rearranging your world for a purpose you cannot yet fully see. I have watched as you navigated the treacherous waters of betrayal, and I want you to know that your resilience has not gone unnoticed. I have seen the double-mindedness that has surrounded you, the subtle whispers that sought to undermine the destiny I carved for you before the foundations of the world were laid. You have felt the sting of confusion, wondering why your kindness was met with hidden daggers and why your loyalty was repaid with schemes. But I tell you today, do not trouble your heart over the masks others wear. I am the great unmasker. I am the light that pierces the thickest darkness, and nothing remains hidden from my sight. Even as they smiled and spoke words of peace, I was already moving to shield you. I allowed you to see glimpses of their true nature, not to cause you pain, but to prepare you for the separation that is necessary for your elevation. You cannot go where I am taking you with those who carry a spirit of sabotage in their hearts. I am severing the cords of toxic connections that have bound your feet, and I am doing it with the precision of a master surgeon. Some of the departures you have experienced were not losses. They were my divine subtractions, clearing the path for the holy additions that are coming. I declare over you now that every trap set for you shall become a stepping stone. Every pit dug for your feet shall be the very place where your enemies stumble, while you walk over on dry ground. I am releasing a spirit of supernatural discernment upon you. You will no longer be deceived by the honeyed words of those who harbor bitterness. You will sense the frequency of my spirit and the discord of the enemy with such clarity that you will move with the confidence of a king. I am opening doors that no man can shut, and I am shutting doors that no man can open. If I have closed a door, do not try to pry it back open, for I have protected you from what was behind it. I am bringing you into a season of the great recompense. For every tear you shed in the secret place, for every moment you felt isolated because you chose the path of integrity, I am paying you back with double honor. I am the God of justice, and I do not sleep. The blueprints of the enemy have been confiscated by the host of heaven, and they are being rewritten to serve my glory in your life. I declare that your reputation is being restored. Where there was slander, there shall be a public testimony of my favor. Where there was a plot to bring you low, I am raising you up as a beacon of my power. I am the Father who stands guard over his children, and you are the apple of my eye. Do not look back at the wreckage of broken trust. Look forward to the architectural beauty of the new relationships I am building for you. I am bringing into your life the Barnabases and the Jonathans, those who will hold up your arms in the heat of the battle, and whose love will be a reflection of my own. You are entering a period of divine immunity. The arrows that fly by day and the pestilence that stalks in the darkness shall not come near your dwelling. I have placed a hedge of fire around you, and I am the glory in your midst. Be still and know that I am God. Your stillness is your strength, and your trust is your shield. I am breathing my life into your weary bones, and I am renewing your strength like the eagle S. You shall run and not be weary, you shall walk and not faint. This is the hour of your emergence. The shadows are fleeing, and the sun of righteousness is rising with healing in its wings. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a victor by my decree. Walk with your head held high, for I have crowned you with loving kindness and tender mercies. The plot has failed, the smile has been revealed, and my truth has prevailed. You are safe in me, now and forevermore. I am also restoring the time that the locusts have eaten. I am the God of the accelerated harvest. What should have taken years to build will be established in months, because my favor is the wind in your sails. You will look back at this time of testing and realize it was actually a time of tempering. I was making you strong, making you wise, and making you ready for the weight of glory I am placing upon you. You are my child, and no power in heaven or on earth can snatch you from my hand. Rest in me, for the morning light of your breakthrough is already breaking over the horizon. And in that light, you will see clearly what was once hidden in the shadows of the night. My child, do not be afraid of the silence that follows the exposure of the enemy's schemes. In that silence, I am speaking. In that stillness, I am working deeper than your eyes can see. The face that once masked malice with a smile has no power over the destiny I have written for you with my own hand. I have seen the secret meetings, heard the whispered words intended to undermine your worth, and I have already moved the pieces on the chessboard of your life to ensure your ultimate victory. I am preparing a table before you in the very presence of those who plotted against you. They will not only see your success, they will be forced to witness the undeniable hand of God upholding you, for I have set my seal upon your life. I allowed the shaking so that what could not be shaken would remain. You have a resilience now that you didn't have before, a strength forged in the fire of betrayal that will serve you in the palace I am bringing you into. I am returning to you the peace that was stolen during the nights of confusion. Every tear you shed in secret was a seed, and I have watered those seeds with the dew of heaven. Now, they are coming up as a harvest of joy. I am the God of justice, and I do not overlook a single act of faithfulness. I am removing the garments of heaviness that you wore while you were trying to figure out why the people you trusted turned against you. I am replacing those garments with the robes of my righteousness and the oil of joy. You will no longer walk with a heavy heart, wondering who is for you and who is against you, because you will know with an unshakable certainty that I am for you. And if I am for you, who can be against you? I am also dealing with the root of the rejection you felt. That sting was not just about the person. It was an ancient spirit trying to convince you that you are unlovable and unprotected. Let my voice drown out that lie. You are the apple of my eye. I keep you as the center of my focus. Even when you slept, I was standing watch. Even when you were unaware of the plot, I was already dismantling the machinery of the enemy. I am bringing you into a company of the faithful. I am surrounding you with destiny helpers, people whose hearts are knit to yours with a holy sincerity. You will no longer have to guess their intentions, for my spirit will bear witness with your spirit. This is the hour of the great exchange. I am taking your ashes and giving you beauty. I am taking your mourning and giving you the garment of praise. I am taking your isolation and placing you in a spiritual family that will nourish and protect your calling. Do not look back at the burning bridges. They were meant to be burned so that you could never return to the places that were too small for your destiny. You are expanding. Your influence is growing. I am putting my words in your mouth, and when you speak, things will shift in the atmosphere. You are not just a survivor of a betrayal, you are an ambassador of my kingdom. The peace I give you is not as the world gives. It is a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that will guard your heart and your mind. As you move forward, know that my angels have been given charge over you to keep you in all your ways. They are clearing the path. They are removing the stones of stumbling. You will walk on high places, and your feet will not slip. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I have broken through the lines of the enemy for you. I have shattered the gates of bronze and cut through the bars of iron. I am giving you the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, so that you may know that I am the Lord, the God of Israel, who calls you by your name. You are mine, and I am proud of you. I am proud of the way you held your tongue when you wanted to strike back. I am proud of the way you chose to trust me when everything seemed to be falling apart. Your faithfulness has been noted in the courts of heaven. Now, watch as I manifest the rewards of that faithfulness. Every seed of kindness you sowed, even to those who didn't deserve it, is coming up as a harvest of favor. You will receive phone calls with opportunities you didn't seek. You will find yourself in rooms you didn't have to knock to enter. My favor is your currency, and it is more than enough for all you need. Rest in this truth. Let your heart be still. The battle is not yours but mine, and I have already won. Walk into your future with a smile on your face, not a mask of pretense, but a genuine expression of the joy that comes from my presence. The best is not just coming, the best is here. I love you with an everlasting love, and my faithfulness to you will never end. This is my promise to you, my child. Enter into my rest and receive your inheritance today. As you step into this inheritance, understand that the light I am shining upon you is also a light that exposes the shadows. I have seen the whispers in dark corners. I have heard the plans laid out in secret against my anointed. Do not be troubled by the dual faces you have encountered. For every mask they wear, I have a mirror that reflects the truth of their intentions. They thought their subtlety was their strength, but they forgot that I am the searcher of hearts. I am the one who sees the motive behind the handshake and the thought behind the grin. Do you not know that I have been your shield even when you were unaware of the danger? You have walked through valleys where wolves were dressed in sheep's clothing, and yet not a hair on your head was touched. I am the vigilant Father who stands guard over your destiny. While you were sleeping, I was frustrating the tokens of liars. While you were weeping over felt rejections, I was blocking paths that would have led to your destruction. Every no you received from those you trusted was my yes to a better way. I am deepening our connection in this season. I want you to lean your head upon my chest and hear the heartbeat of the one who created the stars. In the quietness of my presence, the noise of their gossip fades into nothingness. Why do you worry about the opinions of men who are but dust? Their words have no power to define you. Their plots have no authority to stop you. I am the Alpha and the Omega, and I have already written the final chapter of your story. It is a chapter of triumph, a chapter of vindication, and a chapter of unprecedented peace. I declare prophetically over your life that the season of being misunderstood is coming to an end. I am bringing forth your righteousness as the light, and your judgment as the noonday. Those who spoke against you will soon seek your favor, not because you have changed, but because I have elevated you to a position they can no longer ignore. I am setting a table for you, and yes, I am doing it right in the presence of your enemies. They will have to watch as I pour the oil of my Spirit upon you until your cup overflows. They will have to witness the honor I bestow upon my faithful servant. Do not harbor bitterness for the betrayal. Bitterness is a chain that binds you to the very people I am trying to remove from your life. Release them. Forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. When you forgive, you hand the case over to the supreme judge of the universe, and I handle matters with a precision you could never achieve on your own. I am working all things together for your good, even the betrayal, even the lies, even the secret plots. I am using the very stones they threw at you to build the staircase to your next level. Feel my peace washing over you now. It is a thick, tangible peace that guards your heart and mind. I am removing the sting of the words spoken behind your back. I am healing the wounds of the heart that came from unexpected places. You are not alone. You have never been alone. My angels are stationed around you, and they are dismantling the schemes of the enemy even as you read these words. I am calling you to a higher place of discernment. You will no longer be deceived by the masks. I am sharpening your spiritual eyes to see what lies beneath the surface. You will move with a wisdom that is not of this world. When they approach with a false smile, I will give you the words to say, or I will give you the grace to remain silent. Your silence is often your greatest weapon, for it signals that your trust is fully in me. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Can you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. The desert of isolation is being replaced by the river of my provision. I am bringing new people into your circle, people of integrity, people of truth, people who will sharpen you and love you with the love of the kingdom. You are moving out of the shadow of deception and into the sunlight of my truth. My child, look at me. Do not look at the wind or the waves. Do not look at the faces of those who seek your downfall. Look into my eyes and see the reflection of who you truly are. You are my masterpiece. You are my beloved. You are more than a conqueror through him who loves you. This day I break every yoke of intimidation. I shatter every ceiling that was placed over your head by the words of others. You are free to soar. You are free to dream. You are free to live without the fear of what others are doing in the dark. For I am the light, and in me there is no darkness at all. Rest in this. Grow in this. For the glory that is about to be revealed in you far outweighs the temporary trials you have endured. I am with you always. I am your refuge and your strength, a very present help in trouble. Do not fear the plots of the wicked, for they shall not stand. I am the Lord who brings the counsel of the nations to naught. I make the devices of the people of none effect. But my counsel stands forever. You are anchored in my eternity. Walk in the confidence of one who is championed by the King of Kings. Your victory is not a possibility. It is a finished work. Rest now and see the salvation of your God. Your tomorrow is secure in my hands, and your today is covered by my grace. I am extending my scepter of favor toward you. Go forth in power, and let my joy be your strength, for the battles you faced were but training ground for the authority you now carry.